Hello everyone, my name is Michael Young and welcome back to Factorio using the Sea Block Modpack. So, last episode, yesterday, we spent all our time, well most of our time, making this second mud processing area to create more nodules. And it was so tedious, I don't think I want to do that again. And today, what I was thinking of doing was going way out here and laying out another one of these, because we're gonna need like 4 more of these. And well, I don't want to do that. Instead, I should not break things. I just want to grab a bunch of supplies and start figuring out the next set of production chains, because I know there's going to be some confusion about what to do next. We have plenty of steel. Let's get somewhere open. There's a big area over there. We're gonna need more pipes, probably. Oh. I'm just not being kind to my mineralized water. This needs what? This needs different types of... I don't want to bother with that. Since we're using so many pipes, maybe we should just really expand this. Kind of reluctant to, but it might be needed. I don't know. It's the furnace that's the sticking point. I think it's fine. Mineralized is fine. Well, now we check here now. Mineralized is fine. Carbon is fine. Carbon's actually a little low. It's worth keeping in mind. Anyway. Let's go find an open place and just start laying things out. Let's grab some rock. Actual rock, not, or stone, I suppose, not stone bricks. That was more than I intended. Can I have some of that back? Maybe I better keep a little more. There. And we'll grab some of... Interesting, these are really low, because they need more, copper. Really, because this is grabbing so many things. But it's almost full. Let's set this back to that. Just take some of these ourselves. That's more than we need. Alright. We can grab a bit more belts. We have plenty of belts. We could use some more splitters, though. And all of the different inserters. And we'll need yet more in time. Okay, let's go get our car. Which is over here. No, we were gonna do it down there. Oops. We did break it. It's also colorful. Up. Alright. So, what I want to figure out is how I'm going to make the next set of circuit boards. Just kind of from scratch. What's the deal? What do I need? And they are electronic circuit boards. So, I just want to... I don't really care about ratios now. I just want a map. Kind of, I want to have a... just a flow chart. A chart saying how to get from one to the next. So it starts out with... well, I don't even care about the ratios, just numbers. Circuit board and basic electronic components, transistors, and solder all turned into electronic circuit boards. Okay, for each of those things, we know how to get solder, we know how to get basic electronic components. Let's review that real quick. So electronic components are made from tinned copper, wire, and carbon. No, actually, let's put this is backwards. Let's put it like this. Okay, transistors are made from plastic bars, tinned wire, tinned, not tomed, and silicon wafers. Excuse me. Okay, plastic bars come from liquid plastic. Liquid plastic comes from propane. Or from potentially doing other complex things that I can't do yet. That then comes from I think this is the easier recipe. That comes from methanol, gas, and steam. And it also gives us residual gas. What's this one exactly? It needs naphtha, which is harder to get to, I think. That's from... that's not actually that hard to get to. But we don't have the recipe for it, to do coal cracking. Okay, this will be the easy way to get it eventually in the future. We just don't have the easy way. Okay, we were doing propane, which comes from methanol. So methanol gas comes from green metal catalysts. Can I make those? I can. Just needs aluminum and silver ore. Okay, wait a minute. Let me go back to where we were. Methanol. What are the other ways of getting it? I can get it from methane. Or from cellulose fiber. There's a thing. That looks easy to get to. That just needs green algae. Yeah, why am I throwing away this? Why am I throwing away good ore? To get to aluminum and silver ore to get to methanol when I could just... No, that seems like a bad idea. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Methanol gas, it's just from methane. Wait a minute, I got lost. So it's methanol gas. We get it from doing complex things that we don't need to do, using carbon dioxide and hydrogen, so forget that. Or we get it from methane, or we get it from cellulose fiber. It takes 30 seconds to produce. Wow. Let's look at methane gas real quick to see if that's a better route. Natural gas liquids from coal, with lots of byproducts that we can't get at too yet. Can't even do this either, never mind. So now, we're gonna get this from cellulose fiber. Basically, we're gonna burn trees, which we get from green algae, of course. Okay, so that's all taken care of, which means that's the plastic bar. Then to get the silicon wafer, I should organize this a little better. Just indent. We'll have to add steam in. Okay, that's that side of things. The transistors, we still need the silicon wafers though. Silicon wafers. Come from silicon plates. And silicon plates come from molten silicon. That's the only way to get them. But I guess there's still only one way to get that too either. Molten silicon comes from silicon ingots. Silicon ingots come from ore or other ingots. Interesting. We could turn, if we had, we could turn 6 ingots into more ingots. That's a curious little thing. But for now, we can only do this. So we can get silicon ingots from silicon ore and carbon. And we have silicon ore. Or at least we will have it, just from processing. Okay, so that's the transistors done. We have that's the components. We know how to get solder. Circuit boards. How do we get that? Is research going? Yeah, research is going. Okay, a circuit board is a phenolic board. Copper plate, tin plate, and ferric chloride solution. Start with the board. Excuse me, my allergies are acting up a little bit, I think. So the board is from wood and resin. We know how to make wood. We already have it. From cellulose fiber and paste. We have a ton of wood. Resin is a bit more difficult. Resin comes from liquid resin. Which in turn comes from urea and formaldehyde. This is so complicated. There's a reason I've been putting this off. I looked at these recipes before and I was just a little overwhelmed, quite daunted, trying to figure out what I was going to do here. Okay, urea comes from ammonia and CO2, which we can make. We already know how to get CO2 by burning coal. Or are we burning coal? Or are we burning? We're burning coal. The alternative was to burn wood pellets. But ammonia, we can get from many ways. We can get from hydrogen and nitrogen, and this actually might be easier than doing the blue cellulose fiber. Let's see, blue cellulose fiber from some. Oh, it only needs wastewater and CO2. For an invention of the moment, though, it might be easier just to get it from red metal catalysts and nitrogen gas, which I believe we can just make, right, out of compressed air. Let's just do it that way. So ammonia we get from red metal catalysts, hydrogen and nitrogen. Nitrogen, of course, we get from the air. Which we get from a machine. Is that liquid compressed air? Cool. The red metal catalysts we get from carriers, iron ore, and copper ore. And the carriers we get from iron plate. So that's nothing. Or I guess there's lots of ways to get it back from their reusable things. Okay, so what do we skip over? Formaldehyde. Did you figure out how to get that? Formaldehyde we get from that's gonna need the better ore. We get from more methanol and the green metal catalysts. And we know how to get methanol already. That was part of this chain from cellulose fiber. But the green metal catalysts are aluminum and silver. This is quite complicated. I think that's it, though. I think that will get us back up to boards. Or to resin, really. Okay. And then that... Okay, we haven't done the ferric chloride solution, though. So ferric chloride... is iron ore and hydrogen chloride gas. Excuse me. Hydrogen chloride gas is hydrogen and chlorine. And chlorine, we can get this from processing saline water in an electrolyzer. Yep. Okay, all of that together will get us to an electronic board. Huh. Let's just make a little ad hoc factory that's going to make that. So at the end of the day, really early on, we're going to need primarily green algae to make cellulose fiber. Should I just steal some, or should I make new ones? I think I'll make new ones. Actually, wait a minute. We'd have to get the carbon, the CO2. We're gonna need CO2 anyway. So let's just steal some. We will need a couple algae farms. And unfortunately, it's nighttime, but oh well. Huh. This is a little ad hoc place. I'm not really overly worried. I can just supply it all by hand. So let's just get this working. It's going to need CO2, which we will get by using a liquefier. On coal. We're actually going to need more pipes. We turned too many of them into regular to underground. Okay. And this is going to need mineralized water, which we also make in one of these. With a ore crusher. Do I have one of those? Don't think so. Okay, we'll get that in time. But this is going to turn into mineralized water. We'll have to supply it with slag, and this needs water itself, so we'll have to get that going. This is gonna be a terrible layout, but that's okay. We're not trying to go for a really nice layout here. We're just trying to make it all work to learn what layout we should use in the future. And I could probably use another one of those. Yeah, I'll leave boxes where I need to add something. Alright. So then we need 2 liquefiers, probably more liquefiers than that. What did we do over there? We did... I can't really zoom in on it. Well, let's see. I know which buildings are which. No, I don't. I think we did 8 for 8. So I'll just do 2. 2 liquefiers. That are going to be making cellulose. Okay, when we use the cellulose, we burn it, turn it into methanol gas. How do we do that? In a liquefier. Okay. I don't know what the ratio is. I don't really care. Methanol gas. There it is. It's gonna need 20 and it'll take 30 seconds to run, but it produces a lot of it. We'll be producing it very slowly. Okay, next step. We were gonna start up here. We need steam and methanol gas to make propane. Right, there it is. And that happens in a steam cracker, which I don't have. Let's see if we can make one. Steam cracker. And we're also going to need a burner. What is it? Not a burner. It's a boiler. For the steam. That's kind of not in the right place. Let's make some more room. This is gonna be so complicated, oh my god. To get some light. This is annoying. Alright, we need to drop some slag in. Well, we can do that later. We don't need this going yet. We need the steam now. That is not steam. This will be steam. We'll need some carbon to power that, and for recipes. Okay, let's go and get some supplies. And what else we need? We need a bunch of slag. That's right. I believe we have some. What is the ore we need? We need silicon, solder, of course, iron, copper, silver, and aluminum. Aluminum. So none of those. There's a bunch of silicon. Car, just stop. But this does not produce silver or aluminum. What does? Silver there. Aluminum there. That's it? Only one thing produces silver? Irksome. Alright, let's do something really ad hoc. We need crotinium processing. Are these all backed up because of waste? It's fluoric wastewater. It's different. Ooh. This is sulfuric, but this is fluoric. Ooh, I shouldn't be putting all these on the same thing. Oh, yeah, fluoric wastewater there. What about... that is... sulfuric. Sulfuric. Fluoric. Nitric. I really regret putting those pipes together. And sulfuric. So wait, which one was the nitric? Ammonium? No. Nitric from the rubite. Chloric from the cotinium and the givalite? No. Fluoric from this. Oh, this is a mess. Oh, I don't want to deal with it right now. Here, you can just clarify it all away. Where are my clarifiers? There. Yeah, we'll revisit that. I should just put a chest here. Very slowly. We're gonna need both, actually, aren't we? Right. One for silver, the crotinium, and one for aluminum, which could be givalite or rubite. We don't need that then. we can just we already have a lot of these produced. Not bad as an invention of the moment, but not very good. We'll deal with it. We'll make it better in time. Okay, a little bit of aluminum. And a very small amount of silver. The recipe icons on these are so small, it's hard to actually see whether I have it on or not. I guess not. I'm looking here, but it really includes the trash thing. Anyway. Small bits of silver. Let's just do one more of these. Okay, that's enough for now. Alright. So this needed the slag. This needed coal. We don't have enough coal in there for now. No, we don't. These are going now, producing green algae slowly, which will give us fiber, which we will convert into methanol, which will be converted along with steam. That is water. Why is that water? Which we'll be able to convert into propane and synthesis gas. We don't know what to do with the synthesis gas yet, so we'll just flare it away. Do we have flare stacks? We don't. Can we make them? Yeah, this is going slowly. Okay, so the next step is to take the propane and turn it into plastic. Which happens in a liquefier, you'd expect. And then we turn the propene, the plastic into something. And the plastic bars, of course. In a assembling machine. This is so complicated. Got my flares? Yeah. This takes so long to happen. This will be a, we'll need a lot more liquefiers in the middle of this eventually. But, anyway, so now we have plastic. We're going to use the plastic to make transistors. But before we can do that, we will need to also make wafers. Silicon wafers comes from processing silicon ore into ingots. In a blast furnace. And we'll almost certainly need one of these too, a casting machine, I believe. Still don't need the trains. Inserter capacity would be good. Sure. Takes so long to research though. Let's get logistics trash. Okay, we are making silicon ingots. And it both needs to be supplied with carbon to keep it running, and also needs carbon as its as an ingredient. Which is kind of funny. Okay, and with those ingots, we then turn them into molten iron. No, we turn them into molten silicon. In an induction furnace, which I don't think I have the resources to make. Nope. More basic cells. Okay, let's go get some more basic cells. Whoops. There are basic circuit boards, not basic cells. What am I saying? Are these starting to accumulate again a little bit? Still very like copper light. But that's why we're doing all this. Well, not really all this, but all the previous part thing we're working on. These are so fragile. Stop being so fragile. You're in the way. Move out of the way, car. Alright, an induction furnace right here. You are going to be pouring molten silicon. Which we then turn into silicon plates. Right? Yeah. In a casting machine. Alright, so now that's silicon plates, but now we need wafers. Silicon plates can become powered silicon, or a lot of wafers. A lot of wafers. In a just regular assembly machine. Interesting. Biosilicate extract. What's that for? Biopaste. QL bioprocessor. Ah, that's for purple science. Anyway. You are making... What are you making again? It was chips, right? Wafers. There. Alright. So that's the plastic bars and the wafers. We need tin copper wire now. Which we know how to make already. We'll need another one of these. So this is the tinned, which will need actual wire. Cable, it's called. And that will need an input. This will need an input too. The tin for the tin. Okay, so we'll get a bunch of tin later. We can put the copper in now. And this is going to make... What am I making with all this stuff? The transistors. And you also need these things. Should have made this all a bit lower. Then we wouldn't have to bother with hopping. Okay, we don't have any tin. We should go get some tin. I'm in the wrong place. I meant to be further over. Yeah, meant to be right here. Yeah. Wrong place. It was dark, I couldn't see. How are we gonna mask this? I mean, this process we're gonna have to have many of these different factories. We're having trouble hooking together just one at a time. Oh, it's gonna be a challenge. But eventually we're gonna want to have at least a full belt of these at a time. Okay, the tins needs tin. There we go. We have transistors. Okay, so transistors, that was all that part. Okay, we already have basic. We can make basic electronic part components too. That's not hard. We'll just we'll steal some of this wiring. Oh, we're out of those. Okay. And apparently we're out of the better electronic boards. So we'll need to go grab some of those. This is making... What was it making? Basic electronic components. Ah, that's not even... That's the wrong thing for that. We want these. You know, this could have made the transistors too. So this whole entire place could be a lot cleaner. Yeah, the boards be done here too. And the tinned. Oh well. When we're doing this for real, we'll have to think about it. Okay. So we got transistors, we've got components. Now we just need to get the board. Well, we have solder too. We can just drop it in manually. Okay. Next step. Okay, we'll need the ferric chloride solution too, but that's not my problem at the moment. Phenolic board. Wood. I don't want to have to rebuild here. Let's just grab a bunch of wood. We'll do that in a moment. Wood. Resin, which you produce from urea and formaldehyde, which needs ammonia and hydrogen, nitrogen, compressed air. Okay, we need a compressed air thingy, which we can't do anything because we don't have enough of the better circuits, green circuits. Let's go resupply. Whoops. I'm going the wrong way again. For some reason this looks really inviting or something. Oh, I made 100 of those. I only meant to make 10. That's... Recipe produces 10, I guess. Yeah. Whoops. Okay, we wanted to make a lot more of these assembly machines. What's holding us back? Lack of iron. Silver will be an issue too. We were gonna grab a bunch of wood, and I forgot to. Let's go do that. Yeah, I didn't think it would take this silly long just to get a little ad hoc place. I think it would take like an hour for each component of these, the wood, all that. But just making like one at a time in a single factory should be really quick. Store some wood for me. Wait a minute. These are not wood. These are not wood. These are wooden boards. We need wood. Yeah, we've got these. We need wood. Wood itself is the same recipe. It's cellulose and paste. Oh, paste is new. Paste is sodium hydroxide and cellulose fiber. Or chloromethane gas. That's not what I want to do. Okay, so this got more complicated. We're gonna need more cellulose fiber and sodium hydroxide, which we can make from saline water. So never mind, we didn't need to come back here at all. Did I just tell them to start putting things on a board forever? No, we took up the putting boards in a chest forever. We did not. We picked up the chest again. Alright, so we're gonna need some of these. We kinda landlocked it. Let's change this a little. Well, maybe just use one to supply this and one to use... Well, this is backed up. Let's just make another one. Okay, what the paste need exactly? Still just more fiber. So we have both paste needing fiber and the actual wood needing fiber. And those happen in chemical plants. Or no. Those happen in regular assembling machines. Or these happen in liquefiers. Okay, so we need a liquefier and a regular assembling machine. You are making paste. You are turning paste into wood. Okay, this also needs the sodium hydroxide, which we need an electrolyzer to make. And a couple, or one of these hydro plants. And yes, we're gonna have to deal with the whole fluoric and nitric water thing, and chloric, in a moment. But I don't want to know. What does this produce? What's the output of that? Is that mineral water? That wouldn't be terrible. But having the... Well, no, that's not mineral water, because that's mineral water, I think. Yeah. So what's the output of that? Chloric. That's not what I'm looking for. Waste water. It's saline water. Well, let's use this. Anyway. I say making saline water. We don't need the purified, so we can just clarify that. Do we not have a clarifier here yet? Not yet, I guess not. That's not what I needed. It needed... The electrolyzer needed that. Right? Yeah, okay. It's getting complicated again. Which we can just insert directly in, albeit slowly. Need to get rid of the hydrogen and chlorine for now. Alright, we have wood. Okay. I don't want to get on that right now. I think I'm going to take a break right there. We are slowly puzzling out how to do this. This is not easy. This is tricky. But it's fun. I'm not quite sure how we're going to automate it, like long term, but we'll see. Anyway, thank you everyone for watching. My name is Michael Young, and this is Factorio using the Sea Block Modpack.